We are so cooked right now when it comes to the Destiny 2 Trials population. If you look at last week's numbers, it hit 68,000 players in Trials across all platforms, which, if you don't know, that's about as low as it gets. It doesn't get much lower than that for the playlist Trials of Osiris. It's supposed to be Destiny 2's pinnacle endgame activity. With the launch of D2 Year 1, to give you an example, right, to put it in context, in D2 Year 1, Trials launched with over 1 million players week 1 and over 1 million players week 2. Now, obviously, D2 had a ton of problems in its first year that plagued it with all of the awful changes that Bungie made, and it caused the population to drop at its very lowest at 50,000. Now, that was Trials of the Nine, and Bungie decided to sunset Trials of the Nine, which honestly at the time was deserved because, no one was playing the game and they needed to focus on fixing the sandbox more than anything. I don't think Trials of Osiris is getting sunset. I'm not calling for it to get sunset, but the population is at the same low point as Trials of the Nine when they decided to sunset that. So keep that in mind. It's brutal. 68,000 on Solitude. Surely the week before must have been better. It's Javelin 4, everyone's favorite map. 69,000 players, okay? And we still got 40 days left until Renegades. 40 days left. Keep that in mind. It's a long time until Renegades launches, and the population is absolutely brutal. A 20% drop for Javelin 4, and it stayed that low for Solitude. Absolutely brutal. The population across every metric is looking pretty brutal. Look at the Destiny 2 Steam charts, the 48-hour, right? 48 hours, we're hitting a regular high of about 20,000. That's become kind of the new norm for Destiny 2 over the last 7 days. People are playing at about 20,000, which is extremely low for the game, right? Its lowest low is 15,000 right here. Just about a week ago, we hit our lowest point. The popularity report's not looking very good. Looking like we're on life support over here at the very end. Is it all doom and gloom? Is it all terrible? Is it all over? No, but it is bad. And the more data that we can look at, the better we can get a picture for just how bad it might be, right? These are the 3 sources we have. We'll even bring out a 4th source, which is Charlemagne bot. You can add to Discord, and it shows that right now there's 2,000 people playing Gambit. We made a video talking about how Gambit is literally such a dead playlist. You can't even find a game of Gambit. Like, when the parameters for launching a playlist inside Destiny 2 involve all people around the world, and you still can't find a match because there's 2,000 people worldwide, that's crazy. 2,000 players, I call BS. There's 2,000 people worldwide, and obviously some of them are going to be in a match, and a lot of people are queuing up and getting error codes, right? That's crazy. 2,000 players in Gambit is absurd, and that's 2,000 at peak hours, by the way. If we were to go to the low hours of the day, it would be less than 500 people during the less popular hours. It would be that brutal. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? The population is getting bleak over here in Destiny 2. It's impossible to play Gambit right now. Like, truly impossible. You might find a game after queuing for 10, 20, 30 minutes maybe, but it's almost impossible to play Gambit. It's working towards that way with Trials and its population. It's obviously still doing much better than Gambit, let's be real, but it's working back towards those D2 Year 1 numbers that we definitely do not like to see, especially if you're a fan of playing Trials. To be fair, I did play Trials a bunch last week. I did match a bunch of the same people, which was expected considering the population. I didn't have the worst experience ever, though. I will say that outside of Trials, though, the population of these individual Crucible playlists, the latency is getting crazy. I'm matching people from Uzbekistan. I'm matching people, they've got their names. I don't even know what language those names are in. I don't know what's going on, but they do not have the best internet, or at least they're not connecting to my internet very well. Someone said, I just queued into Gambit and I finally found 8 people. Here we go. You're about to have one of the experiences of all time playing that Gambit match. Thankfully, it's peak hours in Destiny 2, so you might actually find a match now. I guarantee you during those low hours, though, you just not even find a match. It's dark times, and if you think that this is not indicative of Destiny dying or whatever, Destiny does have highs and lows. It should also be said that Bungie themselves are doing some unprecedented measures we have yet to see. They just announced this Green Man Gaming bundle in the TWID. We already knew about this before the TWID, but they just announced in the TWID, which is crazy because this is obviously going to, us talking about it in the news is going to get a decent amount of people's attention. But Bungie themselves putting it in the TWID will definitely a lot more eyes will see this, and you'll see that, the game is literally being sold at 95% off right now. They're practically giving the entirety of the game away. Renegades is already being sold at a discount, and Renegades isn't even released in the game yet. We haven't even got our hands on Renegades. It's already being sold at discount. $35 for the entire Year of Prophecy, which includes all of Edge of Fate, everything that's happened so thus far, and everything that's going to happen in Renegades. 30th anniversary, Witch Queen, Forsaken, Lightfall, which honestly, Lightfall, they should pay you $35 to play Lightfall. Final Shape, Shadowkeep Pack, Beyond Light Pack, it's all there. Everything is there. Oof, the Metacritic, look at the Metacritic. The Metacritic says 69 for Lightfall, and it says 63 for Edge of Fate. Damn, that's brutal. So yeah, you don't sell your game at 95% discount if your game is doing well. That's my thesis, right? That's my theory. You can disagree if you like, and honestly, I would love to hear your ideas, but clearly it's going bad. We're doing everything. We're scrambling to get people into the game, to get people excited and rejuvenated and ready for Renegades, in hopes that that can be the beginning of building momentum, the beginning of a new saga for Destiny 2. But it feels like Renegades is a little bit adjacent from what we need in the game, right? Like, it's kind of like, hey, we're really excited because Star Wars stuff is coming to the game. We're not really excited because of Destiny 2 things. And that's the part that maybe alarms me the most, is that I feel like a lot of people will give Renegades a try, but the Destiny fatigue has settled in too much. People have already left after the Final Shape. People are already done. The new stuff that, besides Renegades, I imagine might not be as alluring. Hopefully, they're cooking up something big post Renegades. It seems like they have all their eggs in the basket of Renegades, though. Whatever comes after Renegades needs to land as well. It needs to land pretty good. Let's be real. If you look at this chart here, Renegades is probably going to do okay. I imagine Renegades does, not Final Shape numbers, but Final Shape did 1.8 million. I imagine Renegades at least gets like 1.2 million. It's my prediction at this stage. We need Renegades to land well, and it's dark times. The population is getting crazy. I just couldn't believe it when I saw this. I couldn't believe when I saw under 100,000 people in trials is really bad, really bad. Like, that means constantly matching the same people, which sometimes can involve cheaters. That's a big problem, right? Very frustrating. Thankfully, they've made trials more casual, so if you do match a bunch of cheaters, it's like, yeah, just go log off, play something else, come back, and then when the cheaters are offline, presumably, right? But now this is brutal. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below.